Heel even wachten. Hi Joop. In this episode, we are talking about using AI to create good videos. For our podcast, we are using the tool Descript, and you tested a lot with it. So can you share your experience with the tool Descript for our podcast?
Yes, I've used the tool Descript to convert our voice into text. It uses the AI technique called speech to text to do this conversion, and I think it's an asset for content marketing. The first thing it does is it detects voices in the audio file, and it can detect it automatically. But as a user, I can help the tool by providing the number of speakers. So in our case, 2 speakers, and then it can detect our voices. And after detecting the different voices, it does 2 things. It performs the speech to text, and it labels each part of the text to the right person. In parts where our voices overlapped, it has some difficulty to label the right person in the sentences. And now that I have the transcript of the podcast, I can edit our podcast, not by editing the audio file, but by editing the text. So after removing words like the hums, it instantly edits the audio and the video together to keep them in sync. And I think that's a pretty cool usage of AI, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And I think also for silences, right?
It
You
does
use
it
it.
also for silences, and also if you have some sentences that are not fluent, you can remove them, and it edits the audio and video together.
Yeah.
And because English is just not our native language, I sometimes forget a preposition or mispronounce a word. And if that happens, I can overdub words with my own voice. And Descript is using AI for this overdubbing. I have trained my voice with a script they provide. By recording 10 minutes of my voice, it can reproduce my voice by training an AI model out of my recording.
Are you happy with the results of that?
Yeah, it sounds great, but I found out that using the syntactic version of my voice isn't that easy. If it hasn't trained certain words I'm trying to overdub, it substitutes the word with gibberish. It includes a voice that's saying literally the word gibberish. So that's kind of annoying. There's a more expensive option to teach the AI more words, but you have to pay a premium for that. And from my perspective, it also adds a lot of unnecessary punctuation like commas in the transcript. And if you remove them, it edits the audio, which can lead to cutting off some words. What I found out is you can overcome this problem not by removing the comma, but by correcting the previous word, including the comma, and then removing the comma. In this way, you only edit the transcript and not the audio.
Yeah.
So I think Descript can improve this by using some syntax corrections on the transcript without editing the audio. That would be nice.
And do you think this is a better solution than editing the video in the normal timeline in Adobe Premiere, for example?
Oh, yeah, sure. Because now I can do it within text. That's much easier. And I have the transcript. So the tool saves me a lot of time. And I think the best is yet to come because I can use the transcript and use ChatGPT to transform all the text into a blog post article or get a summary of the transcript and even turn it into a social media post. I automated this process myself, and within a few minutes, I have all of this text ready for our content marketing. So it's definitely worth the time and money, I think, to use this tool if you want to have subtitles for videos or get a transcription of some audio.
Sounds great. And I think in the future, for example, when we have created a video avatar of ourselves, we can even use it to type the text that the video avatar of ourselves should say in our voice, right?
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks.